All right, deja vu all over again. We got this over here, and we're going to go through that now. So I'm going to write this over here for you. You know, y equals the inverse hyperbolic tangent, or arc hyperbolic tangent of x. I'm going to rewrite it as the, more familiar to me anyway, the hyperbolic tangent of y is equal to x. And then I'm going to rewrite the hyperbolic tangent of y, and that's a ratio of sine over cos, of the hyperbolic sine over hyperbolic cosine. So it's going to be e to the y. Let's see, minus e to the minus y, and then you can get e to the y plus e to the minus y equals x. All right, and I'm going to make a substitution again. And the substitution I want to make is, because it looks pretty complicated, I'm going to say, you know, what I said before was u is equal e to the y. That kind of worked well in the past, by the way. And I'm hoping it's going to work out nicely now as well. And what do I know about u again? U has got to be a positive number. So let's write this down then. What are you going to get? U minus 1 over u. What are you going to bottom? U plus 1 over u. And this equals x. I'm going to clear the fraction, the complex fraction anyway. So it's going to be u squared minus 1, and this would be u squared plus 1. I multiply top and bottom by u, and then you're going to get x. Let's write this down. So u squared minus 1. Let's take a look there. What do you get? You get x squared, not x squared, I'm sorry about that. Daydreaming there. You can get x times u squared. And then what do you get? Plus x. All right, let's write this down then. So, let's write this down carefully. Let's see what I want to do here. I guess we could pull this out, right? So I'll do u squared minus x u squared is equal to 1 plus x. That's not so bad. Let me pull out the u squared. And what do you get there? 1 minus x. That equals 1 plus x. What's u squared equal to? 1 plus x over 1 minus x. All right. I got to keep going here. What do you get for u? Well, u would be plus or minus, but I want to point out it's a positive number. So it's going to just be the root of 1 plus x over 1 minus x. Can't be a negative. And what's the u? And just remind you that u is e to the y. Let's write that down. So e to the y is equal to the root of 1 plus x over 1 minus x. And that means y is equal to the natural log of the root 1 plus x, 1 minus x. I can write it a little differently because that's really a power problem. It's really 1 plus x, 1 minus x, where it's to have power. So I'll say 1/2 and natural log of 1 plus x over 1 minus x. All right, now let's take a look, see what we got over here, and see if we got that. We got this over here. We did get that. Let's talk about the x's for a moment, though. So we got this over here. And someone says, you know, how are you going to get the x's in the problem? Well, you know, I got some issues over here. And I want to point out, one of the big issues I have over here is we're in a real number system, certainly. And let me just start to erase. And I want to point out my real big issue over here. Erase all the stuff over here. Like, I'm pretty comfortable with what I got over there. All right? But I want to go back over here and just, you know, remind you, I'm looking at this radicand, and that's got to be greater than or equal to 0. All right? Let's take a look at that. I'll put the zeros down of the top and the bottom. That's where I changed the sign, by the way. So at 1, at minus 1, I'm going to shade in the 1. Right? We'll talk about that later, by the way. No, I can't shade it in 1, can I? I'll tell you why. I have division by 0. That would be terrible. Right, minus 1 I can shade in though. I'm going to test it out, by the way. If I test out 0, what do you get? Certainly get positive. If I go outside of that, what would I get? Like if you tried, I don't know, like 2, plugged in would be negative. And if you went below minus 1, like minus 2, you still get negative. So looking at it, say it appears to be, just a radicand, it appears that I'm looking at minus 1 to 1, all right? Now let's discuss why we can't get the minus 1, all right? So again, just looking at the radicand, that's what I got. Let's discuss why it can't be minus 1 now. And the reason for that, if you look over here, if I try that, what do I get? The natural log. Well, you would get 0 over 2, and I can't take the natural log of 0. So this has to be removed, and that's why that's over there. Thank you.